there's actually a very nice, much easier way to do it. And that is to go through and when you say topo surface, say that you want to create it from an import. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'd kind of put it in the extra for experts category. So don't think that you necessarily have to do this. You're perfectly welcome to keep on working with the site that I worked with. But let me just go through and show you, if anyone is interested, how you can do that. I'm going to start with a new architecture template. Although you can import this into the starting point file. That would be a better thing to do because then you'd already have the wall types and all that stuff. Okay, so it usually involves, to kind of go with this workflow, going out to SketchUp. So I have a copy of SketchUp hanging around out here. Now SketchUp actually has a couple of different versions. They have a version that is absolutely free, okay, which allows you to kind of go through and do the basic modeling, but it doesn't actually allow you to export things. It doesn't let you export 3D or DWGs that are in 3D. So we're going to actually need that feature. So if anyone wants to do this and you don't have that version, just go ahead and give me your site and I can export it for you or something like that. I have one just kind of as an educator. Okay, so somewhere floating around in here, I have to geolocate this place. So geolocation, add a location. So we got a little view of the world, and where is an interesting place that has some topography you would like, more or less?
Black Point, Nevada.
Say it again. Spell for me. Black Point, Nevada.
Novato.
Oh, Novato. Novato? Like Novato, California?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can figure this out.
Somewhere along the river.
Got it. So somewhere in here?
Sure.
Super. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We can kind of pan that around a little bit, whatever we like. Looks some sort of interesting hillside there. What I can do is say that I want to select this region. And when I select this region, I can actually go through and drag these little kind of corners around a little bit. Kind of choose what I like. But when I say that I want to grab it, it brings it in. Okay, and so far this doesn't look too interesting. It actually does have a little bit of shape to it right now. You can't see it very much in this view. Okay, but we can go through and deform this thing. Let's see if I can show terrain. They hide it all under that menu now. Okay, you can see now that that actually does have a little bit of a X, Y, or Z information in it. Okay, if we would like to go through and bring that into Revit, what we do is as follows. And again, this will only work if you have the Pro version. So if you don't have the Pro version, not to worry. Just kind of let me know and I'll export it for you. We say we're going to export a 3D model. I'm going to take it out as a DWG file. Okay, and I will put that someplace good. Like in my fall 2017 session 7. Okay, and I'm going to call this, sample terrain. Okay, that's all we needed to do over here. Back over on this side, here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, hey, I got a DWG file. I sure would like to convert that into a piece of topography. So what I'm going to do is say I'm going to insert and link in a CAD file. Right there. Now when it first comes in, it's going to look pretty boring or just kind of uninteresting. What it's done is it's triangulated the whole field. It's made a big old triangular file, just trying to make a bunch of different surfaces out of it, where it does have all the sorts of heights to it, but it's a little hard to interpret in terms of what's going on right now. So you can sort of see it kind of hanging around in there. If you'd like that to look like more a series of smooth topo surfaces, what you do is this. You say, hey, I'd like to under site do topo surface. And I'd like to create one from an import. So I'll create it from this. Just generally accept all that. It's giving me a little bit of warning about the boundaries, but it's created a topo surface. Let me finish this. Now, it's a little hard to see what's going on right now because there's two things right on top of each other. There's the DWG file as well as the topo surface. Okay, so if I want to either hide that or I can remove it, either way, you'll see that is the actual topo surface. So within certain degrees of like a fineness in terms of what's going on. If you have a very mountainous site, it'll be, yeah, it's all sort of scale in terms of give you very smooth sort of things. So you can actually have an awful lot of fun with just sort of choosing any place in the world. Again, don't think that you have to be doing that, just so you know that it is possible, so you don't have to be working with my arbitrary surface. Or if when you are assigned to some project where you want to do some design work and you wish you had that, remember, oh, you can get it if you need it.
We have the CAD file for the surface of, let's say, a terrain that you have.
Oh, then you can just use the same thing. You could bring that right in. Yes. So in fact, you know, if you have a CAD file for that, you know, super, back over here, it's really just creating from an import. And it could either be, you know, a points file if you get surveying data directly from the surveyor. It could be more of a CAD file in any format that it can sort of interpret. Because all it's going to do is take Z information and go through and break it into contours.